All right, let's get this focused. What up, YouTube fam? It's your man Sandin, aka Diamond in the Rough. A lot of my friends and like family that have seen my videos, they see the whiteboards a lot in the background, you know? And they're always asking me, you know, how did you do that? Like, how did you get these big whiteboards that you're using instead of, you know, getting the smaller ones that everyone uses when they buy? So today, I'm gonna do a DIY on how to make your very own whiteboards. And maybe even why you should do it this way rather than getting whiteboards from, you know, Office Depot or Office Max or whatever. And I'm gonna show you why. Let's go to the computer now. Bam! So here's why I decided to make my own whiteboards instead. Because if you Google whiteboards, right? And you go to shopping, you're gonna see all different kinds of whiteboards that, you know, you could be interested in. 28 bucks for, you know, what is that, 4 feet by 3 feet? That's not too bad, you know, and it's a board you can hang on the wall. It's got aluminum framing. That's actually not a bad deal. But there's other things, like if you prefer the thing with the wheels and how you can rotate it, that's fine too. I mean, it's all really up to your taste. Yeah, so there is nothing wrong with buying a whiteboard like this. It depends on what kind of functionality you really want. For me, I was just looking for a whiteboard that I want the biggest whiteboard for the lowest cost. That's simple as that, okay? And that's what I'm gonna teach you guys how to do. Biggest whiteboard for the lowest cost. Let's go. So if you're at Home Depot, this is where you're gonna go get the whiteboard. Let's go. So when you go to Home Depot, you go to around aisle 22, the molding section. That's where it's gonna be. When you're in the aisle, you wanna look for this. Thrifty panel board. Now these come in like 8 feet by 4 feet sheets. Alright, so when you pick out one that actually looks good and has no damage on it, whatever, you take that sheet and you bring it over to this machine. An associate, a Home Depot associate, they'll cut it for you. This is the machine. So that's the cutting center, and that's the machine they use to cut it. When you bring the whiteboard to them to cut, you can tell them how many sheets you want. If you want it to be cut into pieces of 3, 2, 4, whatever, you know, they're gonna make marks, they're gonna measure it, and they'll cut it into how many pieces that you want. All right, so in case you don't have a Home Depot near you, guaranteed you'll have a Lowe's near you. So I thought I'd show you how to find what you need at Lowe's as well, all right? So let's go inside. You go to aisle 44 in Lowe's, and this is what you want to look for when you get in this aisle. This is the board you want to look for. Once you get a board that you like, that's clean, doesn't have too many damage on it, you take that board to this machine over here. Let me show you where it is. You're gonna have to find an associate to cut it for you. But again, you tell the associate how you want to cut, and they'll cut the whiteboard for you in whatever way you like, and then bam, you're done. Bring it home. So now you're home and you got the whiteboards and the sizes that you want. Now what do? Well, if you want, you could either just keep it like that, put it like on an aisle, on an easel or aisle, whatever you want to call it, and do it like that. Or if you want to put it on the wall, make sure you get an adhesive strip. I use Command. Make sure its strength rating is 12 pounds to 16 pounds. I have 8 adhesive strips on one 4 foot by 4 foot piece of whiteboard. One on top left corner, top middle, top right, bottom left, bottom middle, bottom right, and then in the middle to the left, in the middle of the board to the right. That's how I did it. Make sure you line it up properly and you're good to go. And now you have a whiteboard on your wall. When you're using the whiteboards, make sure you only use the dry erase type, okay? Only use the dry erase markers. Now, if by accident, one of your dumb cousins or dumb relatives, I'm speaking from experience, you know who you are, decides to use your whiteboard but use permanent marker on it, Don't worry, you can remove it. Just use some of this 91%. This is strong enough to remove most permanent markers. To move the dry erase markers from the boards, I like to use the Lysol wipes. The Lysol wipes work perfect for me. That's why I'm suggesting you guys use that. Cleans up the whiteboard super quick, super easy, and just, you know, wipe it down with a napkin afterwards. Bam, you're clean, you're good to go. Other important thing here is maintenance on your whiteboard. Okay, these require a little bit of maintenance. I believe it depends on how much you use it. Like every 3 months or so, every 4 months, you might want to do this. Get yourself some turtle wax and the buffers and the wax applicator. Okay, take the turtle wax, take a little bit of it, you know, put it at the edge of this, and pretty much just go put, you know, wax on, wax off action. Put a nice layer, a nice coat of this on the whiteboard. Then take the buffer and buff it really good. This just makes sure that it keeps its properties as a whiteboard and it'll last a lot longer. So again, the reason why I like these kind of whiteboards, that I can go to the store and buy them like this instead of buying the already branded, already made for you boards, is because I can just have so many of them. I can have huge whiteboards for less than 20 bucks. I really hope this information helps you guys choose. You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong. Like I said, we're going with the brand names. You're getting yourself like a $20, $30, $40 one, whatever fits your use. That's fine. I just thought I'd give you guys a little info on what I did to get the whiteboard to my room, and you know how I do this, because I just like it because it's easier and I don't mind the maintenance and all that stuff, because it's just more bang for the buck. Thank you guys for watching. Do me a favor, alright? I want you to smash that like button, show me some love in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Peace. God bless.